Meta events in Guild Wars 2 are something that no other MMORPG has. No other game does it like Guild Wars 2. So I thought, what if I do something else that doesn't exist anywhere else in other games? What about a 50+ man speedrun? A speedrun that not only is great fun, but it's also very profitable, and especially profitable for the people who do top damage, as I give them rewards every time they do this. Well, let me show you the any percent gold meta train. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Twitch to watch me live. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support me. And let's get into it. First of all, what is a meta train? Well, a meta train in Guild Wars 2 is essentially every event in the game kind of weaved up together. For example, you can see that there's a huge amount of events in the game, and this happens every few hours. Every 2 hours they repeat. But of course, there are a lot of them. There are a lot. And they're very profitable, especially now with the amalgamated gemstones that they give you being insanely expensive. So, in a meta train, you weave them together. You get one in here that happens at this time, then going into the next one, then merging them with this one, for example, arriving late, and so on to have essentially a 4-hour meta train that we go as fast as possible to get into. Now, sadly, this is not something we can actually do like a normal meta train, as they are all scheduled. So, of course, it will always last for hours. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to be worth doing, because, of course, the faster you do it, the better for you, because you can, well, after that, clean your inventory, craft some stuff, or just relax in between events, or sometimes, and actually in a lot of times here, get to another meta in between to get a bit more gold into the meta train. We also implemented, well, because I'm a bit of a tryhard, a lot of different strategies to make it faster. A few, obviously, tips for you to actually go and get yourself some buffs. For example, the protocols. For example, the J-Tech offensive and defensive protocols, we want to have them every start of this meta train to do a bit more damage and refresh them in between. And of course, I marked the moments where you should be refreshing them in every one of our meta trains. Stacking a character in Dragon's End to get our buff from preparation, from doing events in there for beforehand, so you don't have to do it afterwards and be completely buffed up whenever you get it. Also, giving you a bit more gold. Bringing ideally power for every event. For the bosses, it doesn't really matter, but of course, Condi is fine there. But for ads, obviously, being power and for doing events very fast, power is the right way to go. And using very specific consumables for every one of these metas, like Demon Sigils, Night Sigils in certain events when there is actually night to do more damage, and so on and so on. All of them will be in this list, and of course, we will be updating them from time to time. We had a perfect add-on to actually calculate the profits for us, but sadly, we crashed in the middle of our meta train. So calculating these things afterwards, putting them plus the consumables that I used to give you guys, and of course me, some advantage that you guys are not gonna have to buy, of course, we ended up with around plus 91 gold here, plus the 6 gold that we got there, plus this item that I forgot to actually put in the, to actually open, we got to 101 liquid gold, which ends up being, considering the fact that this lasts for hours, 25 gold per hour. Now, this is without considering the fact that you have Imperial Favors, and if you were to calculate this, which is the amount of gold that we will make from Imperial Favors, from making precursors, and we're not going to talk about legendaries because those are even more expensive, we would arrive at around 120, essentially 120 gold divided by 4, 29 gold per hour, so 30, essentially, rounded up, 30 gold per hour. This is also not considering the amount of spirit shards we got, which indeed also cost around 1 gold each, which we can also get in here with the 120. We got around 14 plus divided by 4. We got 33 gold then. And of course, we can also end up getting a lot of different special rewards by being lucky, like amalgamated draconic lodestones that end up going for around 17 gold each. And of course, multiple different infusions that sell for hundreds and of gold every time you get them. Sure, they're very, very unlikely for you to get them, but you can definitely get them. As well as runes of holding from your convergences that, oh my god, you get them a lot, honestly. And sometimes you get 5 of them, which makes this insanely good. Also, and this is something I am giving you guys because I want to incentivize people to actually try their best, is that I am giving special rewards for the people who do more damage and also the people who bring boons. And every meta that actually counts, because some metas you can't really have a DPS race, we will be getting a lot of gold for everyone who does a lot of damage. The first place will give 3 points, essentially being 3 gold. I actually need to change this up here. Second place will get 2 points, equals 2 gold. Third place will be giving 1 point equals 1 gold, and if you're a boon in specific metas, we'll be doing a raffle where one of the booners will get 10 points and also 10 gold. Now, what do I mean by points? Well, every month for our biggest DPS on the Meta Train, we'll be giving them 200 amalgamated gemstones. Of course, this will consider the amount of points you have, and by me giving boons to giving 10 points for booners in the guild as well, maybe they will end up winning as well. It's definitely not as easy as getting into top 1 and actually winning that way, but of course this will help you guys have a good incentive to go for boons as well. And even if you don't win the best of the month, you'll always be getting a little bit of gold slowly by just participating. We have been doing an insane amount of progress already, getting very, very big records. You can see it right here from our last stream. We got Palawaran with minus 25 seconds, the entire thing. Reniac, one of the biggest bosses, the big boss of Etherblade, we got it with 2 minutes to spare. Etherblade Cannon plus boss, we got minus 36 seconds. And there's so many other things. Of course, there's some of them that actually got worse, but that's going to end up happening in Meta Trains, of course, in speedruns. And of course, because we have different people every day, it's going to take us a while to get in there and get a better time. But we're getting a lot of progress. We've been getting a lot of records. Look at that, Gang War minus 47 seconds. That's awesome. And I'm very happy with them. And of course, the more we do this, the faster we do this, the better, because we're going to end up making more gold because we're going to have more time to do other things. So ideally, one day we'll be getting even more events because we're so fast. Now, how can you join? You can join us in my Discord. I'll be updating my events list so we can actually show up the new Speedrun Meta Train. I always advertise it here in our guild LFG and also inside of our in-game guild. We also advertise in Hearthstone if you want to join that. We have a little bit of an issue right now in scheduling. I am not exactly sure at what time we're going to do it in the morning, but right now we're doing it around 9 a.m. EST. It's a bit early, but I really want to get those Australians to have a possibility of winning. And on Fridays nights, we'll be doing it at reset, so around 7 p.m. EST. This way, everyone that comes after work on a Friday, you can come in and join us, of course. We'll also be doing a special event one of these weeks that I'll announce here and, of course, in our Discord, where we'll do every day, every morning, and every night for a whole week this Speedrun Meta Train. Of course, this will be a one-time event with prizes and other stuff, but for now, we'll be keeping it once a week, as of course, I don't want to burn you guys out on this content, as it is pretty sweaty, but if you want to join just a normal Meta Train, I'm setting it up so we have one Meta Train even when I'm not there, even when it's not the Speedrun one, every day and every night as well. So definitely join our Discord for that. And soon, we'll also be updating this community sheet, this community event, for other game modes as well. I need to work on it, but soon enough it'll happen. So we have content for PvP, World vs. World, and we already are doing our cosplay fashion contest leaderboard as well. If you're interested in that, definitely join our Discord to participate in our fashion every Saturday. Regardless, that's about it. Tell me what you guys think. I'm really proud of this, and I'm really happy that we can actually bring a 50-man speedrun to life, and maybe, who knows, one day we can get into one summoning salt video. That would be awesome if we can actually make it work and have a very, very good amount of times, and try our best to make this Meta Train as good as we can. So definitely join with us to do as much damage as you can and to participate and get a lot of gold. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. And if I don't see ya, good morning, good evening, and good night. Bye-bye.